Hello everyone, this is Amy with Hungry Bear Camping YouTube channel. Normally I do videos about my camping adventures, but on this particular video I wanted to introduce you to a low-cost RV option for those who either are unable or unwilling to put ridiculous amount of money into an RV for camping. I came up with the idea for this when I was getting ready to retire, walk away from the big paycheck to enjoy my life, and I did not want a money pit, but I wanted to be able to have a little RV that I could take camping when I go to campgrounds especially, and when I could be out of the rain, out of the cold, out of the heat, away from the bugs, and without spending so much money. You know how much RVs cost. They're ridiculous. Some RVs cost more than my house, and that is silly. So anyway, I came up with this idea of buying a brand new utility trailer and converting it into an RV to meet my personal needs. It's not for everybody, but I found that by doing it this way, buying it brand new, I didn't have to worry about corrosion, rust, wear and tear, old wheels and tires, leakage, but I could get it at a fairly reasonable price, and then I could build it out to suit my own needs. So you could see it behind me. This is my Anvil. I call it Anvil just because that's the brand, that's the model of trailer. I ordered it back in 2021, brand new, and I had it built out. I had it not build out, but I had a couple of things added to it when they built it, and then I built out the rest of it myself and have been tweaking it ever since to make it exactly what I want it to be. So I will take you on a little tour of this trailer and see what you think of it. So this is the Anvil, and it is 12 feet long by 7 feet wide. The ceiling inside is 6 feet 3 inches. And it's all I need for just me, and I can be very comfortable and happy in here. Just to give you a little tour of it, it's a standard hitch, no problems with the hitch. I learned very quickly how to hook it up to my, I have a Toyota 4Runner here that I used to drag it, and I have no trouble hooking it up using the backup camera on my 4Runner. And it's the standard rectangular configuration with the triangle front, and it's built really well. I think they did a really good job. I chose the dark gray just so I wouldn't stand out in campgrounds. I wouldn't pop too much. I may eventually add a car wrap to it of some mountains or hikers or something like that, wolves, bears, something like that, but I haven't done that yet. It's a dual axle RV, and you'll see it a little better on the other side. My chair isn't covering it up, but the dual axle RV gives me a little bit more stability when I'm taking it, driving with it. It also gives me a little bit of peace of mind if I have a tire problem. I have 3 good tires to go a distance to get to a tire shop rather than trying to take the wheel off and take it to a tire shop. I can actually drive it there as long as I'm not going too far. The time this happened to me, I went 20 miles and it did not do any damage to my wheel or my tire. The tire had to be replaced because it was penetrated on the sidewall, but it worked quite well, getting me where I wanted to go, because I travel by myself quite often. I prefer not to spend too much time on the side of the road. I will take you around to the back here. It's got barn door backs, and I don't open it a whole lot. Really, it just enables me to put my bed in there and anything big that I might be carrying, like my little canopy, which I'll show you in a second. I had them add this little window so I could just buy a cheap window air conditioning unit and put it in the back here, so I didn't have to put anything on the top. I didn't want to take a chance of having to deal with leaks in the roof down the road. So I really wanted just a window that I could open up, throw my unit in when I'm camping, and leave it at that. And then here's the side. You can see the dual axle a little bit better. I also have added a faucet and a sink inside. I'll show that to you in a minute. And I really just use extension cords for my power, and I pigtail them onto 30 or 50 amps so that I can plug in with a little bit more reliability. So it's a nice little trailer. Really can't complain about it. So I gave a good bit of thought to what kind of canopy I wanted. I considered having one installed on the side of my trailer, but they were really expensive, and I worried about them. I just didn't want anything added to the trailer that was going to be a possible problem. So I went and bought a tarp with a bunch of grommets on the side and PVC pipe, and I made my own little canopy. And I just put hooks on the side of my trailer so you can see. That's the only place it attaches, these two hooks on the side. And then I hold up the end with tent poles. And if it gets a little bit windy, I do have guy lines and stakes so that I can stake it out. Though if it gets really windy, because this thing is pretty light and sort of flimsy, I will take it off and put it inside rather than leave it outside where any damage can come to it. But really, it's just my little shaded hangout space. I always put my chair there and my bin, and I play my music from inside, and I'll show you inside in just a second. And it's a really nice little happy place for me. So I had the trailer manufacturer install an RV door with the screened door on it. I live in the southeastern part of the United States, so bugs are a definite problem. That screen door is a must. And it has a good normal RV locking mechanism. I put this black on here. It does have a window. I put the black on there to keep it dark in the morning. I'm not a morning person. When that sun comes up, I don't want to see it coming through the window. But it's easy. It's just held on by hooks. It's very easy to take off. Let me take you inside. So when I first bought this whole triangular front end, I built shelving units and to put all my stuff, my clothing, my food, my appliances, everything. And I added a little small refrigerator. That's all we need. Really, beer for me. That's all I need. And just a little drawers and a microwave. And I don't even use the microwave that much, but it comes in handy when I want to just heat something up really quickly. I put a little shop light in. I like it right here. This one I picked up was a workshop shop light that I just got at like a Home Depot. And it also has a Bluetooth speaker. So I use it to play my music when I'm hanging around in here. And it was super bright on the ceiling. So I ended up putting it right here on top of my shelf. And that gives me exactly the type of light I want. And it has a chain here for turning it on and off. Very easy to do. So as I used this trailer, I was not super happy with things flying around when I was driving, things shifting. And it just looked sort of ugly. You know, sitting in here, you could see everything, all my junk. So I took it upon myself to add some doors. And I am not a carpenter. I did this very, very rustic. So I added doors to the left and the right. And you can see I just used basic hinges and latches. Nothing fancy. And plywood. That's all I did. I didn't do anything fancier than that. But it gives me a good little spaces, and it covers up my stuff so that it doesn't look quite so junky in here. And I added a little bit of electric accessibility here. I added that little plug in there. And then the initial build out, I did this laminate flooring. It was basically plywood on the inside when I got it. So I wanted to just make it look a little bit homey. It didn't have to be crazy homey. I just want rustic. I put some laminate flooring in here. Cheap, very cheap laminate flooring. I painted the plywoods on the left and right sides white, which I think looks fine. I added some paneling on the ceilings here and some trim work. I put white trim around my door. And I added some hooks to put up my towel and my jackets and my keys and my hats, things like that. So you can see I added the little Walmart AC unit. Works just fine, cost me like 60 bucks as opposed to, you know, 5, 6, 7, 800 for one that goes on the ceiling. This works fine. I just pull it out before I leave a campground. I have a bin I put it in for traveling, and then when I get to a campground, I open up the window, toss it in, and I have plenty of good cold air. It's just me. I travel by myself, so I put a little twin-size bed in here. Again, going on the cheap, nothing fancy, but it's a real mattress. I bought it on Amazon, and it's very comfortable. I sleep very well in here, very comfortably. I'm of that age where I like to be cool, so having the AC blow over me at night is a very beautiful thing. And you'll see a handgun right there. I do travel alone, so when I go to states where I am allowed to carry a handgun, I always have my handgun. I don't want to be bothered by anybody. Though I haven't had, usually you don't have any problems, but you never know. So over the years, I've used it for 4 years now, and over the years I've made a few additions based on just my own personal needs. And probably the best one I ever made was this chair. I'm a recliner girl, and at my house I have my favorite recliner. And when it's raining and I have to, you know, lay up in here, I don't want to just sit in the bed. I like to be in a recliner. And then I have a spot right here where I put up my TV. I don't have the TV on this trip, but I just use a piece of wood that's angled, and then the same angle is put on the back of the TV, and I can slide this little TV I have on there for these trips. But best purchase, and again, little cheap, Amazon or Wayfair, I can't remember which. But it's a great little recliner. It doesn't take up too much space. It's very comfortable. Makes me feel like I'm at home. The other thing that I wanted was a sink. I wanted a place where I could just wash my hands, brush my teeth, rinse a pan, nothing fancy. I did not want to run plumbing and have a dump tank in this trailer. I did not want to worry about it. So basically, I bought this little credenza on one side. This is a trash can. On the other side are just shelves that I put my cleaning supplies in and things like that. And then I bought a little RV sink, cut a hole, put the RV sink in, ran just a little bit of tubing down the bottom, and then the tubing goes through a hole. Hard to show you, but there's a little hole right there where the tubing and my water goes through. And I have, this is a Julka faucet, which is a camping faucet. I just hook up to the water outside with a pressure regulator, and I get a nice little bit of water. And I don't do much here. I put a bucket underneath the tube that goes out, so the water's collected in a bucket, and then I just dump it at the dump station, or if I have a camp spot with a drain, I put it down that drain. But I don't do too much to it. So that's sort of the inside in a nutshell. I've sat in here on really rainy days and watched TV and played on my iPad, and have been very comfortable. And I can sit here and have a nice view outside. And I feel very safe and secure in here. That barn door here is locked with a padlock, and this locks with the RV door, so I feel very safe. So that's it for the tour of my little RV on a budget. Like I said, it's for me. It's for just one person. You could probably have 2 people in it, but it'd probably get a little enclosed, especially on a rainy day when you're stuck inside. But it's perfect for me. It's very easy to hitch. My 4Runner can tow it, no problem. It's easy to take almost anywhere. You can get it into just about any camping space. I'm not great at backing it up, but that's more a matter of my laziness to go out and practice. So I tend to cheat and go through drive-through campsites. But I will one day get the backing up. Cost-wise, I bought the trailer for brand new for $4,100, and all in all, I probably put another $1,000 into it. with all the bells and whistles and little add-ons that I have added. So that makes it a little over a $5,000 RV. And it's perfectly serviceable, very comfortable. I didn't show you inside, but I do have a space heater. It's just a typical electric space heater you would have for your house. I use that when it gets cold, though I don't need it very often. And the air conditioning works great, and I got my sink, and I got my fridge, and I got my microwave, and it's electric and very comfortable. So if you want to try to do a RV and you just don't want to spend like the amount of money you would spend on a house, and you don't mind being rustic and roughing it just a tad, in this RV for 5,000 bucks you can be comfortable, high, dry, cool, hot, brush your teeth, have some water, make a meal, be very comfortable. I didn't show you as well, but I have a 2-burner electric stove that I can place on that credenza inside, and I can cook inside, though I prefer to cook out here on a picnic table on nice days. So it really does the trick, and I just wanted to show it to people to say, hey, you can do it. You don't have to be fancy. I have noticed that some campgrounds are pretty picky about RVs that they'll allow. So if you get one that's like a rust bucket and really pretty ugly, even if you have it all fixed up nice inside, there may be some campgrounds that don't allow you in because of all the snobs RV people. So I would recommend that you buy new or you find a way to pretty it up. I take this one home and give it a good scrub after every camping. I keep a tarp on it when I'm going to be somewhere where limbs and branches and stuff can fall on it where I'm parking it. And it works out just perfect for me. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this, and give me a comment if you have any thoughts about it. If you see anything that you want to ask me questions about, or if you have any comments, please throw them in the comments field, and I will be glad to answer them. And I hope this inspires you to make a little baby RV and go out camping. Amy with Hungry Bear Camping YouTube channel.